I'd love to come back now to tech and explore a little bit more. How does a government motivate communities to be more resilient? And you took the example of the grasslands and the denuded natural resources and said this could only be fixed by community action. But what is a government sitting in Addis Ababa with guys in suits and shirts and all the rest of it? How do you actually make a difference with communities in the rangelands?
Yeah, okay. I think, as I said, most policies and strategies are developed in partnership with the local populations, especially when it comes to, like, as you said, reversing land degradation. For example, land rehabilitation efforts are linked with actually people's livelihoods. Transfers are made in such a way that assets are built by communities at community level and at household level. And also, in the case of such initiatives, there are also incentives attached to that. When we, in 2005, developed our Rural Land Administration and Use Proclamation, we inserted an article that states that individuals or communities that have possession around degraded land that is not owned by them can legally annex it, provided that they rehabilitate it. And many are actually taking advantage of that. And that promotes actually the issue of land rehabilitation. The other thing is land certification, rural land certification. We have finished first level certification. Now we are actually issuing cadastre-based certification. That ensured ownership, sense of ownership by farmers, and they are now actually more concerned about their natural resources and implementing actually activities along that line.
How do you regulate that? That's an interesting principle, that you can take over adjoining land, provided that you make a serious effort about rehabilitating it. How do you regulate that? How do you know that that's actually happening?
Yeah, because actually this is being, first of all, whether that land has been rehabilitated or not, it is also monitored by local officials, and after that, it is actually given to them, and they get certificate. In their certificate, that tract of land will also be included. Just like last week, I don't know how many people watched, an 81-year-old farmer in the northern Ethiopia was actually presented on TV, where he tried to pursue the local municipality to get actually a land that is a wasteland. So they never gave him the attention, but he just went and started reclaiming it and started planting fruits. And finally, the municipality, they were so surprised that they actually even gave him a reward and also gave him that land. So such kinds of things are there.
Who made sure that got on television?
Pardon?
Who made sure that that got on television? How did that get on television?
The media.
The media. I know the media. But that's such a good thing to do. How did the media find out about this?
Well, we share information, and the media, for example, they are also monitoring what's going on. Wherever actually you have such issues, we also communicate. And
you reward success.
Yeah, we reward success, and they actually show it. And this is how it happens. By the way, there is an award program for model farmers, as everybody knows. Every year, model and successful farmers are being awarded, and they get it from the head of the government, the Prime Minister.
Do you award successful farmers in Cambodia, or does the increased revenue, is that the main reward?
Actually, we have the policy to reward to the farmer who have a good practice in their agriculture farming.
Mm-hmm.
So every year, the Ministry of Agriculture, they have to meet the farmer and provide some reward to them. We select for the good farmer to provide some reward to them. This is the government policy.
Good. And is there agricultural subsidies for agricultural inputs also?
Actually, there are a lot of subsidy provided to the farmer, like we distribute land to them. This is one that the government provide a lot of support to them, provide land to them, provide land title to them, so the farmer will secure about the land, so they can use that land to farming, and they can use the land title for the collateral to get some financial support from the bank.
That's very interesting. 2 instances of the government actually using its power to allocate land to successful farmers, and having the success ratio in there as being important. Thank you. Can I go back to the Indonesian example? Because you said before this panel began that you'd been surprised how effective and efficient the private sector had become as a partner in increasing agricultural yields and presumably, one hopes, nutritional impact. Do you want to talk a little bit about that? How did you make that happen in Indonesia?
Yeah, it's very simple. The role of Ministry, of course, only facilitating, organizing the meeting and that kind of thing, but the initiative all coming from private sector. They agreed among themselves on the program and what the facility that they offer to the farmer in view of increasing productivity and income. They meet every 3 months to evaluate the program. Of course, currently still long way to go to evaluate the impact, but at least at initial stage it has been, going to the appropriate directions. I would like also to relate of this private sector initiative to policy making. Even though policy making is mostly domains of government, but I think in the process it's very important to have participations and ownership of the private sector. And a good example, I think, within IFPRI corporations. I believe that some of you also involved in this. So at least we have to hear what the private sector concerns on the need that policy should be in place.
Good. And you said that the most important areas where the private sector had made an impact. What were these?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Sorry, where the private sector had really made an impact on Indonesian agriculture was where?
Yeah, mostly on the promoting agricultural productivity. That's the priority.
So yield and productivity.
They provide technical assistance in addition to credit input and also facilitating market to the farmers.
Good. Yeah.